Despite being ordered by the courts to rebuild demolished homes in Lusikisiki, the municipality refused to comply. First, officials said they weren't responsible for the demolitions, then that residents had invaded municipal land. The local tribal authority says that's another lie. More from Julie Lawrence and cameraman Tyrone Marcus in the Eastern Cape.
They demolished everything I had. Everything. My house, everything.
Nobatle Madlala is one of those who lost her home to the 2016 illegal demolitions at Lusikisiki in the Eastern Cape. She now rents in town. Others have built temporary shacks where their homes once stood. Nobatle wants her old home back. Her rented house is just too small.
This is the two-bedroom flat that I'm renting, living with my children. I'm sleeping with 3, then 3 here, 2 down there. They are at school now.
She showed us photographs of what her home at New Rest looked like. She'd been living there for nearly 20 years.
Le indlu yami yesibini le engu 5 rooms. Ndandiqale ke ndakha u5 rooms one garage. Yiyo ke ngokulena bendisanda kuyihlala bingekagqibi nonyaka ndiyihlala njengoba ilantikile iye demolish.
She'd borrowed money to build the second unit. She still owes on it and now has the added burden of a monthly rental.
Hey, I'm surviving through cash loans.
Cash loans?
Yes, because I'm having those loans for the houses that I built. And to the vehicle is still paid.
She has had to rely on handouts for furniture.
And my brother gave me some, and my mother at home gave me some furniture and beds and also the blankets. Because everything I had, it was demolished.
Imagine a situation whereby you are able to do things yourself and you live in your place and the next day you don't have a thing. You turn into a beggar.
I feel very, very, very uncomfortable about the situation because these things I worked hard since 1994 and they were demolished in 1 minute.
The Nguza Hill municipality appears unsympathetic. Spokesman Zama Twasa says the residents of New Rest had built their homes without permission.
We know that the land is ours because in terms of the Land Claims Commission processes of 2005 in Pretoria, the land was handed over to the municipality.
According to the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform, a claim for the land on which New Rest occupies a portion was settled in October 2016. Claimants from 4 communities who had been forced off the land during apartheid got 35 million rand in compensation. But the people of New Rest say the land was also given to a tribal authority by the Transkei government. New Rest's oldest resident, Timothy Medea, showed us a permission to occupy certificate from 1980, giving him permission to set up a shop and build houses for his family here.
That is not true. I was the first person to be here.
This is definitely a very good example of a very complicated land system, of land tenure system. We had the chiefs, municipality areas were extended, so you basically have a double system here, or you can look at it as a double land system here.
Shortly after the land claim was settled, the houses at New Rest were bulldozed. Even if the land no longer belongs to the traditional council and the people, there's a process that goes with demolishing homes.
If it's municipality land and the people are here lawful, they would have had to expropriate them. So they, the normal expropriation process. And then if they didn't move off after the expropriation, they would have had to bring an application, a PI application for the eviction order. And then you would have dealt with quite a lot of issues in that. Compensation to the people, if it was a relocation plan for them, where are they going, making provision for them to make sure that they're not going to end up homeless.
We showed Zar from the municipality pictures taken by the community, which show the demolishers using municipal vehicles and municipal security staff enforcing the destruction.
Perhaps these things need experts, you know. I'm not an expert in checking the timing of the video and all that stuff, so I may not be able to say this is the correct time, this is the correct date and everything.
Municipal security guards have even admitted involvement in the demolitions. They confessed at a community meeting last year, which residents recorded.
Silwa ukuxhaphazeka sisetyenziswe kwinto ezirongo. Xa besiyokwenza laa nto thina besisiya kumhlaba kamasipala, but sibhidane nento xa sibuya sekugqityiwe phaa ukwenza laa nto yokwenziwa. Kwakhona ke into ezithetha ezithi ningalinge kube khona into othi ayazi laa nto niyiphike. Sathi xa uzoyithi uhamba ukususa leni uphinde kuthiwe yiphike ushiye kaphi. Emithini nebesihleli kuyo sithe ungayiphika kanjani into uvisualiziwe, uyiphika njani?
When we return, victory for the community.
And they did underestimate our community over here, you see. They never thought that we will be this far today.